What's up, gang? It's your trainer Joe Stones, and we're back in the gym with you today, this time on location at the Onnit Gym in Austin, Texas. We were fortunate enough to use the facility a couple weeks back when we were visiting. They were fantastic to us. I cannot thank them enough, and I recommend you go check it out anytime if you're in that area. This workout that we're hitting today is going to be a great corrective workout that you want to do if you are suffering from any upper body imbalances with your posture. We do a ton of mobility for it. After that mobility, this is the workout you want to do. Rig up a band at a high anchor point. We're going to start with a banded pullover. Make sure those hands are coming down and back as you lift your chin and chest. From here, we're going to go into a banded face pull. Rig the band at about face level. As you're pulling that band back, make sure those elbows are coming back at about 90 degrees and then slowly resisting as you bring the hands back out in front of you. Again, we'll hit this one for about 20 reps. Now getting into some pull-ups, we're going to choose an overhand pronated grip. Just make sure when you're doing these, you're setting your shoulder blades down and back before you start pulling through. So a lot of those imbalances that we have in our upper body are only further exacerbated by shrugging while we're doing pull-ups. Remember, we want to hit our lats. We don't want to make our traps do any of the work. So drop those shoulder blades before you start doing your pull-up. You're going to start seeing that those lats will be working. They're going to help you pull your shoulder blades down, and it's going to help alleviate a little bit of that extra tension in your neck and shoulders while you're doing your pull-up. I want you to aim for about 10 reps or until failure with good form. Next, we're going to hit a second set of pull-ups, but this time we're going to switch the grip to a neutral grip or palms facing in. Same rules apply. Just make sure that you're setting those shoulder blades down before you start doing your pulling so the lats get all the work. Take your time, stay strict with it, and again, we're going to shoot for 10 reps or until failure. Next, we're going to get into some pushing, and we're going to do an overhead press. So whether you're using a barbell like I have here or you're using some dumbbells, I want you to stay very strict with your form. So that means we're going to keep our legs very strong, flexing through the quads and the glutes and focusing on that core breath at the bottom. From here, we're pushing those fists straight up to the ceiling and then going slow through the eccentric movement on the way down. You should shoot for around 5 or 6 reps here. Once you start failing out, we're going to go and progress this a bit forward since we're only doing one set. So as you see here, I'm going to go ahead and rack up the weight and start doing a bit of a drop set. This is sped up, obviously, but I'm dropping a couple of pounds off of it. I'm taking a few breaths. It'll take me about 15-20 seconds, and then I'm going right back into my overhead press. I'm going to keep going until I can't quite do any more. I'm going to knock out a rep or two. And then you're going to notice I'm going to start using my legs and do what's called a push press. So from here, this is just going to help you take it again a little bit of a step forward, but we still want to be strict through that core. After you can't do any more of those push presses, you're going to go ahead and just add a bit of a progression with a rest pause where you just break for 15 to 20 seconds and then go back at it for a third time and try to knock out as many of those reps with the push press as you can. Again, if you notice here, I'm really not squatting very low through the push press. You just want to do a small drop, but still incorporating the upper body posture that we've been talking about, keeping the core engaged and slow through the eccentric movement. And finally, we're going to finish with some rows, but this time to hone in on the rear delt, the back part of our shoulders. So anchor a cable or a resistance band very low, grab a seat right in front of it, and make sure that when you're doing this row, you're pulling the elbows up and back. So that's going to hone in on those rear delts and kind of take out your traps and rhomboids and your lats out of the equation. So again, we're focusing more on those corrective muscles to help with our posture. As you're doing the eccentric movement, keep the chest up, but bow at the waist or hinge at the waist as you're doing so, minding your core and minding your good spine. Knock out about 20 reps, and there you have it, my friends. That's a hell of a workout to help that posture. Get after it. Have a great workout. Like, subscribe, and share for more content.